Hey techies, welcome to Elephant Code. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. You are watching a video from the PySpark playlist.
Welcome back. So today we will be checking out few more column functions which are available to operate on the data frame columns. So these are between function, contain function, start with function, and end with function. So these functions are basically used along with the filter function, which is again a kind of available in the Spark pyspark.sql.Functions, that we will be using it in conjunction with these functions to filter out our data frame data. Okay, so let us go back to the practical area. So we will be using the same file which we have used for the part 1 understanding. So here we already have the data frame created with the help of this particular method, get data frame created. Okay, so we have used this particular data set. What we can do, we can just append one more column as age, maybe. So I just added one more column as age so that it will be easy for us to operate on this data with the help of those column functions which we are seeing in this session. So I'll say that age. Okay. Now the data frame is already created. This is my first part of column function. What I can do, I can just create one more class method, df apply column function part 2. Okay. So here what we can do, we will just write the documentation. So these are the functions which we are going to use between contains, start with, and between contain, start with, and with. Okay, so these are the 4 functions which we'll try to see how we can make use of this. So what, as a part of this method, what we will do first, we will create the data frame. So to create the data frame, we can make use of this particular method, which is having the code to create the data frame. So I'll say that self dot get data frame from this particular method. Okay, so this will be creating the data frame on the basis of what data this particular variable is holding, and this is what the schema it will be taking. So on the basis of this data and this schema, it will create a data frame for me. Okay, and then it will return this data frame to this calling environment. Okay, so now this data frame is already being created. So what I can do, I can just make a show, so I can see the entire set of data, and thereafter I'll try to implement the between. Okay, so I'll say that between usage. I can just put a kind of documentation as well, between usage, and then I'll say that df dot filter. Okay, and thereafter I'll say that okay, I can make use of column functions. Okay, which is again available in pyspark.sql.Function, and I'll say that I want age between, let's say, mm, uh, 20 to 30. So all those record where the age are lying between 20 and 30, I should be having the display of those data. So I'll say that show. Okay, so this is going to be between. Let us run this and see if it is working fine. So this is how you need to use the between clause or between function. Okay. Okay. I can do one thing. I can just call this particular method instead of calling the entire this. So if you can see all the records in the data frame where the age is between 20 and 30 are being displayed here. Okay, so this is how you can make use of between function, column function. Now let me put a documentation and let us see how we can use contain column function usage. Okay, I'll say df dot filter. All these functions are always going to be used with the filter functions. So I'll say name dot contains, I'll say RAM, okay, and then say show. Let me execute it. Meanwhile, we can put a documentation of start with and end with. Print. Okay, now here you can see only one record is there where the name contains RAM, okay, which is Vikram. Okay, so this is how you can make use of contain. So next two functions are df dot filter. Then I'll again make use of column. I'll say name dot start with. I'll say hull dot show, and in one more filter I'll say filter column name dot and with ANA. Okay, dot show. Now see the last one where we say that ANA should be, I mean all the names where the name should name should end with ANA. It is already been displayed here. We want all the names which are starting with HAR. So this is also being displayed. Okay. And then here we told that we want all the data where the name consists of RAM. So this is also being displayed. Name is consisting of RAM. Okay. And then prior to this, we said that age, I mean all the record where the age is between 20 and 30. So that is also being displayed here. Okay, so this is going to this is how you're going to use all these functions. So these functions are going to be used with the filter functions. Okay, so there's nothing, I mean, hard and fast. Just you need to write take your data frame, then you apply the filter, and then you can make use of all this column function here. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Now it's
Quiz
quiz
1.
time. Thank you.
Elephant quiz of the day. Which of the following statements is true regarding the between function in PySpark? Option A, it only works on numerical columns. Option B, it is case sensitive when comparing strings. Option C, it includes both ends of the specified range. And option D, it requires a separate import statement. Mention your answer in the comment section below.
Hey techies, well that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe Elephant Code for future updates.